Hi, I'm filming this on March 12th, but you didn't really need to know that, so I don't even know why I told you, but we're talking about the books that I read in February, as in books that I finished 12 plus days ago. So let's get started. Thankfully, we had another strong reading month. I can't even remember how many books I read in January, but in February I read 8, which is pretty good. So yeah, the first book that I finished was The Deep End by Jeff Kenney. Now, a lot of books in this month were from the Diary of a Wimpy Kid series. I haven't announced this on my TikTok channel, but I'll tell you here first. Basically, I am making a video where I read every single Diary of a Wimpy Kid book. I may have already mentioned it in a previous video, but yeah, I'm almost at the end. I only have one more book to read. I haven't started it, but it's called No Brainer. I have a physical copy of it, and yeah, maybe I'll start it today because I did finish a book today. So I read one, two, 3 books part of that series in this month, and I honestly can't remember any of them in terms of like in their individuality. I made a video as soon as I finished all of those books, so you'll be able to hear my thoughts in that Diary of a Wimpy Kid book video, but not now. So yeah, that's that. The second book after The Deep End that I don't think I ever told you the titles of the books. The Deep End, Big Shot, and Diaper Overload. Alright, so the next book I finished after The Deep End was The Bloody Chamber by Angela Carter. I have a copy somewhere, give me a second. Alright, so basically it's gothic fairy tales, as in fairy tales in the gothic tradition. I recognize some of them, I didn't recognize others. There's a foreword by someone else that I don't know the name of, who really liked Angela Carter's story, and then she decided to consolidate all of them in this book, Kelly Link. Some stories were interesting and some weren't. Some were really short and some were really long. I'd say my favorites, I feel like I can just remember by the name alone. I liked The Bloody Chamber. I liked The Courtship of Mr. Lion. I liked The Earl King. I think The Snow Child, yeah, The Snow Child was really short, but I liked. Those are the standouts that I remember. I may have liked others, but yeah, this was okay. It's always kind of hard to rate like a short story collection because do you consider like how much you like every specific story? Do you consider each story like by itself a story, or like the whole collection as like one book? I don't know, but I guess I liked more than I didn't like. It's more like not liked. I just didn't understand it because it's just like written kind of confusingly, honestly, at least for me. So that's what made me like not enjoy it as much. Then we have I've read Big Shot from February 9th to February 10th, which is a Diary of a Wimpy Kid book. Then we have Circe by Madeline Miller. I read this from the 10th to the 18th. Now this is my second Madeline Miller book. I read The Song of Achilles and I actually have a video about it. I was actually going to make a video for this as well, like a standalone video, but I just ended up not. I was really interested in it at the very beginning. The more it went on, the less I was interested. And yeah, I ended up listening to the audiobook at 3 times speed and like not really caring what I was listening to, especially like the last few chapters. So I can't tell you a single name of a person in this book besides yep, not a single one besides Circe, I guess. There's so many names, and it was good. I liked the writing, but the story kind of got away from me. Then we have Carrie Soto is Back by Taylor Jenkins Reid, which was read from February 13th to the 15th. This I do have a video about. Check that out if you'd like. This is my 4th Taylor Jenkins Reid book. And it was pretty good, so be sure to watch that video for more of my thoughts. But yeah, I did enjoy it. The next book I finished was Diaper Overload, which was from February 19th to February 20th. And then the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th book that I read last month was I'm Still Here, Black Dignity in a World Made for Whiteness. I knew I had to read one book by an African American in the month of February, Black History Month. Like, it's not a requirement, but it kind of is. It was good. I read it in like one sitting. I promised I didn't stand up. I just sat, thus making it a one sitting. But yeah, it was good. It's written by a person named Austin Channing Brown, and it's all about her experiences being a Black woman. I'm gonna be honest, like the first thing that she says is that her parents named her Austin because it would get her into a room, because everyone would assume that it's like a white man, that name. And I assumed that the name, when I heard Austin, I thought it was a black man. There were aspects of her real life put in, but it was also just like a kind of a nonfiction in general. Like you're able to learn something from it outside of like the person's like real life story, I guess. And then we have How to Be a Young Anti-Racist by Ibram X. Kendi. This was really good. I read it from February 21st to 22nd, although it feels like way longer. That may be because there's just like a lot to it, like lots of, it's chock full of information. But I would really I would really recommend this book to like anyone, really. It's really good. I took notes, shared those notes with my sister after I was done. So yeah, honestly, I feel like it should be required reading because the way that it's written makes it really easy to understand. And it's a lot of important information as well. There are 8 books that I read in February, but I did start another book which I didn't finish, and that is called The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires, which is by Grady Hendrix. The reason why I didn't finish this book is because it returned to Libby, the audiobook, and I just don't want to read it without the audiobook because I really like the audiobook. So as soon as I get it back, although it may be a while, I will continue reading this. It's not, I didn't finish it because I didn't like it. I didn't finish it because the Libby returned it. The audiobook returned to Libby. But yeah, 8 books, not bad at all. I think I may want to try to start the Last Diary of a Wimpy Kid book, as I mentioned. No brainer, get that done, because I did want to like finish and release a video for Diary of a Wimpy Kid in February, so might as well do it this month instead. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. This was nice and short. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.